Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel Read with Bindu. For today's video, I am going to do a book review. It's none other than The Vegetarian by Han Kang. I've recently read this book and I cannot stop thinking about it. It just comes in my dreams sometimes even. And randomly I would be working in the random time of the day and the book just bombards my brain and my thoughts. So I have to talk about it. Let me just quickly tell you what the plot is about. We have a South Korean woman, Yoon-hee, who is a main character. She wants to give up eating meat one day after waking up because of a dream. She just randomly destocks all the meat available in her fridge, and her husband wakes up and he's like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "I don't want to eat meat anymore. I don't want to eat meat anymore. I can't even smell it," and she just throws it away. So that's how the story begins. We know in South Korea, eating meat is such an integral part of their culture. It's so common there. It's so bizarre for everyone in her surroundings that why she would give up meat. Because of her decision, what are all the consequences everyone is facing? What are all the consequences she is facing? How her husband is coping up? How her family and friends are coping up with the decision? That's the entire story is about, briefly, without any spoilers. She also doesn't describe the dream very much or anything. Randomly, we get to see bits and pieces of dream, which is very disturbing for her and which is very disturbing for readers also. But we do not know exactly what is the cause or what is the reason. Okay, let's quickly talk about the characters. Firstly, Yoon-hee herself. She is going through a lot of things in her mind which she cannot describe to other people because everyone just keeps on telling her, why are you not eating meat? You have to try this other thing, you have to try that other thing, maybe it's just a phase and whatnot. Nobody wants to listen to her. Everyone just wants to keep on giving her advice. They have certain expectations from her which they want her to follow. They just don't want to listen what she wants to do, what she wants to say or anything. So she is going through her internal battles also. At the same time, she is going through these external battles with her friends and family. And then we have her husband who is very problematic. We are going to get to that in a second. He doesn't understand why his wife is behaving in a certain way. Again, for example, there is this one description where he says, "I never loved my wife, or I never thought she was extraordinary or anything, but we were just getting along just fine, and that's what matters, right?" And there is this one dinner party they attend with their colleagues, and he's just embarrassed by her, whatever she's doing. He's just embarrassed by every single action. He's just embarrassed that she's not eating meat. He's just embarrassed that she's doing so. She's not doing that. She's doing that, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, what's your problem? She's your wife, for God's sake. And then there comes a point when our character Yoon-hee, she doesn't want to get intimate with her husband because she's like, "You are eating meat outside and coming and I cannot bear the smell." Even after he takes shower, she's like, "I cannot bear the smell. I cannot bear the smell. It's just in my head, it's completely filled that you are eating meat and I cannot touch you even." He tries to convince her a little bit, but then eventually he forces himself on her. It's just literal marital rape. Okay, trigger warnings. There are so many triggering things happening in this entire book. Please read the trigger warnings if you're sensitive to such topics. So he forces himself on her multiple times and she just describes like she has become numb to it. She doesn't want to talk to anyone. She doesn't want to tell what's going on in her mind because there's no one listening only. No one wants to know about her. No one cares about what she is going through. They just have their expectation and they want her to fit into that box. It's just so frustrating and annoying and so depressing, not gonna lie. And then one more important character is her sister, our main character's sister. She doesn't understand why her sister would give up meat. She tells her, "You're getting leaner day by day. What are the reasons?" She tries to talk to her, but she doesn't get any answers. She has her own family, her husband and her son, and she is filled with her own problems and whatnot. She constantly thinks about how close they used to be when they were children and how they grew apart now. And it's just constant kind of nostalgia feeling she is going through. She badly wants to understand her sister but somehow fails to stand up for her. And then we have one more important character, her brother-in-law, her sister's husband, who is an artist. He creates art. And then randomly one day they kind of discuss, he and his wife, their child has a Mongolian mark on his buttock and they kind of discuss when will it go away. And her sister says like, "No, my sister has this Mongolian mark and it never got away. She still has her." And for some reason, he kinds of thinks of it for a long time. That day, he even gets a dream. He gets so obsessed to the point that he starts to sexualize the mark. He starts to sexualize her own sister-in-law and he starts to get all this vivid, unhinged dreams about her Mongolian mark. He gets obsessed. He wants to create art using her Mongolian mark. And then we have some of the side characters also, like Yoongi's father and mother. There is this one particular scene where Yoongi's father force feeds meat into her mouth. Like literally 2-3 people are holding her hand. One of them is opening her mouth and her father just force feeds her. It's so disturbing, so heartbreaking that your own parents would go to such drastic depths to do such things. She cannot take it anymore and she tries to end her own life. She is eventually hospitalized. And you know what? What's the interesting part? This entire book is divided into 3 different parts from 3 different POVs. First POV is from the husband. The second POV is from the brother-in-law. And the third POV is from the sister. But we never get to see the POV of our main character herself. It's so interesting because the entire book is based on themes and symbolisms that we are going to talk about in a minute. But this is also such a symbolic nature where it's like nobody is interested in knowing what you're going through or what you actually want to do or what you are actually feeling. They just have certain preconceived notions about every single thing. And all of us want the other people to just fit into those boxes. We do not care about the other person's POV. I just thought that it was so interesting. Okay, let's talk about the themes and symbolisms in this book because it is filled with it, trust me. Han Kang, I think she uses this refusal to eat meat by a main character as a resistance or even resistance to the patriarchy, because the entire book, let me tell you, is filled with patriarchal and misogynist notions from every single character, be it her husband, be it her brother-in-law, sister, family, parents, friends, everyone. They are just filled with patriarchal notions and everyone wants her to behave in a particular way. They do not want her to deviate from their notions. So this refusal to meet is seen as this resistance to this patriarchal notions. Not just patriarchal notions, the societal norms in general and even the human body itself. Because her body is going through a lot of changes because of what she wants to do. She wants her body to in a particular way, but it doesn't cooperate. After a stage, she becomes like, she doesn't want to eat anything. She just wants to drink water and get sunshine. She constantly keeps on getting naked and going outside into the sun. She says that we are all plants. She wants to become a tree. She wants to become one of the plants in trees. She feels as though she is getting photosynthesized by drinking water and getting sunlight. She definitely has a eating disorder. So please, if you're someone who has eating disorders or if you're someone who is sensitive to such topics, please read the trigger warnings. I'm telling you again and again because the entire book is so disturbing and so triggering. You know what? But every single chapter, it forces you to think about the societal notions, the patriarchal systems, the bodily notions, the gender roles, the control or the lack of control, mental illness, every single thing. I have to put this book down multiple times because I cannot keep on continuing. It just gets to your head at some point and it just messes with your thoughts. But all of that said, I think such books are very important. Such discussions are very important in the current, especially in the current world that we are living in. Okay, now I am going to read some really good quotes from this book that really stuck with me. It's your body. You can treat it however you please. The only area where you're free to do just as you like, and even that doesn't turn out how you want it. When a person undergoes such a drastic transformation, there is simply nothing anyone else can do but sit back and let them get on with it. It's so true, even in real life, if someone close to us, be it our family or friends, are going through a bad phase in their life, let's say depression or something, we can only be there for themselves only so much. We can talk to them, we can listen to them, but we cannot give solutions to them. People cannot get better unless they themselves want to get better. That's the harsh reality. The pain feels like a hole swallowing her up, a source of intense fear and yet at the same time a strange, quiet peace. You know what? It's so relatable, but at the same time it's just so sad that someone is going through such a tough time, but nobody is there to listen at all. Overall, I would say The Vegetarian by Han Kang is such a great book. It is so important. It raises so many thought-provoking questions that we all need to talk about. So please do give it a try. If you have already read the book, please let me know in the comments below what are your thoughts on this book. Do not forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye-bye. Okay, I've just realized that I'm matching my outfit to the book. You know what I'm saying if you've read the book, those Mongolian marks and flower paintings and whatnot. Like, this is totally not planned at all, but I'm glad. We have a South Korean woman, she wants to give up meat. Why are you not eating meat? Just randomly we get to see bits and bits of bits random. And then we have her husband. He is a painter, you can say. But after a stage starts getting all this vivid. For example, there is this one district, and then we have her husband.